I'm lacking symmetry. Enemy inside of me, believing I'm not fit to be the person with the perfect purpose, non-existent entity. Savage of this brain feels there wasn't birth on earth.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Tupac reaction. As always, we're your host. I'm KC, KingCanada.
And I'm Laura the Rookie.
And today we're doing Keep Your Head Up from Tupac. We heard him talk about this in the Ed Gordon interview, this song. You have not heard it yet. And he's talking about it's more women empowerment and love for women. Remember, because he was facing the sodomy charges in the interview. And he says, like, as if I would do, like, when I do stuff like this. This was a big song that was very for women empowerment back in the day. It's also at the start of this, you see, dedicated to the memory of Latasha Harlins. She was a girl, 15 years old, who went into a store to buy juice, I think. Yeah, if I hope I got this story right, guys. If I'm wrong in the comments, let me know. But she went into a store to buy a drink, and I guess she was colored, the store owner thought she was stealing the drink, but even in the camera footage it showed she had money willing to pay for it, and the store owner just shot her and killed her. 15-year-old girl. And then at the trial, this was a big thing. This is like 92. This is a big news story. He went on trial and he was charged with voluntary manslaughter, and he would have faced up, I think it was like 16 or 20 years. The judge nixed that, and all he got was probation and 400 hours of community service or something like that. So he never even spent a day in jail. And it caused a big uproar. That's how pathetic that fucking system is. That's how pathetic. That's
disgusting.
It's no other word to describe that. Disgusting. The jury ruled him guilty for voluntary manslaughter. The judge nixed it, and the judge said, "Nah, he'll just do probation, community service, and a fine." I think, and I think the fine was like $1,000, if that, to pay for the funeral.
For a shop.
That it couldn't even cover a fucking funeral. And this is a big story. Like I said, I might be off on numbers or dates, guys, but let me know in the comments. Like, we always love your guys' comments because you guys fill us in, and we love to always know the backstory of stuff. So, but that's the story.
So he took an innocent child's life over fucking juice.
Or orange juice or something like that, yeah. Retarded. I'll say it, actually. YouTube won't allow me to say the word, but it's fucking retarded. But this is Keep Your Head Up. It's Tupac fighting for, just for the women to have a say in their life and women empowerment. That's a crazy ass story.
I'm not like one for violence, but man, do I ever want to.
I know. We heard him talk about it in the Ed Gordon interview and stuff like that. And yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. All right, let's get this going.
Something for my godson Elijah and a little girl named Corinne. Some say the blacker the better, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the roots. I give a holler to my sisters on welfare. Tupac cares if don't nobody else care. And I know they like to beat you down a lot. And when you come around the block, brothers clown a lot. Please don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if you can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Cause sister, you don't need him. And I ain't trying to gas you up, I just call him how I see. You know what makes me unhappy? That when brothers make babies and leave a young mother to be unhappy. And since we all came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and I came from a woman. I wonder why we take from our women, why we rape our women, do we hate our women? I think it's time to kill for our women, time to heal our women, be real to our women. And if we don't, we'll have a race of babies.
Love that line. It's time now we kill for our women and do stuff for a woman. Before he's like, why do we kill our women? Why do we R-word our women? Why do we, And then he's like, it's time we do this, like switch it up. Like, we all came from a woman, got our name from a woman. Just this whole, just trying to get the women in his community to start standing up for themselves, especially the guy. If he's not right for you, just leave him.
Which is very unusual for back then, right?
It is, very,
women were meant to just kind of like stay in place.
How many songs back then were bitches and hoes? You know what I mean? And
but I'm even going like outside the spectrum of
you never heard a song about like, unless it was a woman singing it. But,
Yeah,
you know,
or like a dedicated love song to one specific woman,
Yeah.
not like all
yeah,
women.
and I like hate that he's like, why do we leave them and make her raise the kid on her own and be the mother and the poppy is how he said it. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's just and that's what on the Ed Gordon interview. That's on our Patreon, guys. If you want to check that out, we watched that and he's mentioned how because he was on those charges and he's like, how can I make a song like Keep Your Head Up or Brenda's Got
When
a
I'm
Baby
trying to bring
and
light
like
of
do this like this is
of
like
Latasha's
as if
face.
you
Yeah.
know like come on.
For our women, time to heal our women. Be real to our women. And if we don't, we'll have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies. And since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So will the real men get up? I know you're fed up, ladies. But keep your head up.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Keep your head up.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Hey yo, I remember Marvin Gaye used to sing to me. He had me feeling like black was the thing to be. And suddenly the ghetto didn't seem so tough. And though we had it rough, we always had enough. I huffed and puffed about my curfew and broke the rules. Ran with the local crew and had a smoke or two. I realized mama really paid the price. She nearly gave her life to raise me right. And all I had to give her was my pipe dream of how I rock the mic and make it to the right screen. I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. It's hard to be legit and still pay your rent. And in the end, it seems I'm heading for the pen. I try to find my friends, but they're blowing in the wind. Last night, my buddy.
I was thinking so far about the song.
It's so cute. It's such like a nice like. When you told me the story, I was like angry.
Yeah.
And then I'm hearing it, and he's still got away with words to just. I don't know. It feels like he brings up all these topics in a way where you're just not consumed by it, but like but open to it. You know, like because it's such like a friendly tone and like comforting, so you're willing to listen to what he says. Because if he came in blasting like all angry, you know,
I know what you mean, yeah.
people would just be like, oh, it's another like one of those tracks, like who cares? But you listen to it and you're like, oh, it's got a good beat, and then you listen to it more, you're like, oh, it's got a good message, and then you listen to it more, you're like, damn, he's wise.
Yeah. He's so wise beyond his years, and I love how he always shouts out his mother, and he even talked in the one interview, like, you know, they had a strained relationship at first, but he also realized, like, that she did, like, everything. He became the man who he was today because of her, but also, you know, she went through her struggles, but always he's just like, even here when he's just like, Marvin Gaye used to sing to me, and made the ghetto not still feel so bad, and he's like, we never had a lot, but we always had enough. Like, that's the thing, a lot of people, everyone wants more, and sometimes just be happy, like, I had enough, you know? Like, like, I had everything I needed to grow up, and...
Well, it's not even just enough, too, but, like, I think it's also because he's realizing, as you said, like, he's been in jail before, and he's had, like, his own problems, own situations that he had to go through that, like, he couldn't even avoid no matter how hard he tried, right?
it was a
And then so he can you can then compare your experiences to your parents, and you realize, like, holy crap, my parents were just as like a big kid raising me, you know, like they didn't know better than what I know at their age now. So I think he realizes that, like, that's very wise of you to be such young and to just pull yourself out of the situation and realize, like, my mom did love me, even though, like, we were in poverty or she had her mistakes. Like, as he said, she was trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. She was still trying to pour every little bit of energy she had for all the demons that she was conquering.
Yeah, exactly. I just love, like, man, this guy just raps about so many different topics, and it's like even from happy songs to diss tracks to this here woman empowerment to just life and the, you know,
just the raw emotion
bringing
of
out, it's just literally raw emotion that comes out. And then not every too, it's like, do you contradict yourself or whatever because you always rap about violence and gun violence, like gangster life? I was like, I think he does more songs like this than he talks about being a gangster, you know? Like, come on.
But you also have to you also have to kind of let the world know that you won't be able to walk over me either.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Especially in a dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to be legit and still pay your rent. And in the end, it seems I'm heading for the pen. I try to find my friends, but they're blowing.
It's hard to be legit and pay
Last
rent.
night, my body lost his whole family. It's gonna take the man in me to conquer this insanity. It seems the rain will never let up. I try to keep my head up and still keep from getting wetter. You know it's funny when it rains, it pours. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Said it ain't no hope for the youth, and the truth is it ain't no hope for the future.
Just one quick pause, because that's a crazy bar. We're going to go right back into it. They have enough money for war, but they can't feed the poor. Not enough
Funny
for
how
the
that
poor.
works, though.
Isn't that an insane line? I was
Yeah.
waiting for that line to it's the one to see your reaction to it, because that's what you call a fucking bar and a half there. That's a crazy
Way
bar.
to call the government out, as you should.
Oh, yeah. Money for war, but not for the poor. Fuck.
Ain't no hope for the future. And then they wonder why we crazy. I blame my mother for turning my brother into a crack baby. We ain't meant to survive cause it's a setup. And even though you're fed up, you got to your head up.
Child, things are gonna get easy. Keep your head up. Child, things will get brighter.
Keep your head up.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy.
Keep your head up.
Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
And to all the ladies having babies on their own, I know it's kinda rough and you're feeling all alone. Daddy's long gone and he left you by your lonesome. Thank the Lord for my kids, even if nobody else want them. Cause I think we can make it, in fact I'm sure. And if you fall, stand tall or come back for more. Cause ain't nothing worse than when your son wants to know why his daddy don't love him no more. You can't complain you was dealt this hell of a hand without a man feeling helpless. Because it's too many things for you to deal with. Dying inside, but outside you're looking fearless. While the tears is rolling down your cheek, you're steady hoping things don't all fall this week. Cause if it did, you couldn't take it. And don't blame me, I was given this world, I didn't make it. And now my son's getting older and older and cold from having the world on his shoulders. While the rich kids is driving Benz, I'm still trying to hold on to surviving friends. And it's crazy, it seems they'll never let up. But please, you got to keep your head up.
All right, let's keep your head up from Tupac.
First
Thoughts?
of all, did he have kids?
No.
Okay.
No, he did not have kids.
So then that just kind of, it's so interesting. Like even, I know it's a video, but he even has like even children in there, and you could tell that they're not like terrified. They don't know what's going on, but
Yeah.
like they're hanging out with like some gangsters. You know what I mean? Like they've seen some shit, and
Yeah.
and to have the presence to make children feel safe. It's crazy because we were just listening about how like the women empowerment of the song, and now he's talking about like kind of protecting the children and keeping your head up. He's
No children without the women, right?
yeah, he's very good at holding the duality of the dark and the light. Like he said, like he was a gangster, but he tried to bring light to like the issues. He was trying to be a father for the community, but he also had like the nurturing and compassion of the mother side.
Yeah.
And so it's so cool to see him like balance it so well, so that like as he said, the children who didn't have like great parents in their lives, like they could fall into his music and find something and find some guidance and find hope. Or
Well, even the parents can fall into his music.
Yeah,
and become
absolutely,
better. He's telling the
absolutely.
people there, like the dads, quit leaving your fucking kids.
yeah,
You know, because he says it right there. You know how hard of a discussion is with your mom when the kid comes up and goes, "Why doesn't dad love me anymore? Like, why didn't dad leave?" Like, you know how hard of a fucking question that would be to ask. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, and then like, dude, the bar, he's just like, and the rich kids don't understand. They're driving their Benz. I'm just trying to hold on to my friends. Like, what, you know, because they're all freaking dying around me. It's just like, yeah, and like you said, you hit it so on the head too with it. Like, keep your head up with this song is that, like you said, if he came out like angry or the beat was dark or something like that, just it would still have an impact. It's like, but this is like, I think it gets more play this way and more hits people's ears because they hear a boppy, catchy beat. They have that gospel kind of choir as the hook.
Yeah.
And just like you said, Tupac's voice was just so, we say it in every reaction video, Tupac's voice is just so powerful.
Yeah.
Like when he says words, like you hear it. And it's like, even saying like this is more in a lighter tone, and then you go to other songs like where he's coming a little harder, like we have on Patreon the Hit 'Em Up reaction and Diss the Big. That's so opposite of this song, but you hear the anger in his voice and the punch in his voice on that, and you hear the nurturing punch in his voice on this. Like him and DMX to me have the most just in their voice, the most just so impactful, and you just hear it. Like when you hear it, you like listen to it. You don't just like hear it in the background or whatever. Like you stop and listen, like, what's he saying?
Yeah, it cuts through the white noise in your head, and like you said, where you can really take a moment to soak it in.
Yeah.
And I even love the part, like I remember seeing like this caption years ago, and it's like stuck with me, and it's like helped kind of change my subconscious, and it's exactly like this, but it's it goes along the lines of, if the world around you seems so dark, maybe it's because you're supposed to be the light.
Yeah.
And then that's exactly what he's trying to like portray into his music. Like, even though your world might look like hell, maybe you're the one trying to be called up to try to find a gateway to just get out of there, or, to help people move forward. And it's all about like empowering like your soul, you know? And I think the reason why people love him so much is because it is coming from the depths of him. He does feel this. It's all, as we said, raw emotion that he's just pouring into these songs.
You can literally say when people are like, oh, he's a rapper, hip-hop artist. Like, I think, yeah, he is, but he's more of a soul musician,
I agree.
Soul music.
I agree. Because he feels everything that he is writing about.
You feel it.
Yeah.
Like, listening to him, yeah.
So I think people can then use their intuition to know that he's just not full of shit to get the views,
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's trying to change. Like, he's trying to step out of the mold that he's been placed in, that the stereotypes have been placed on him. And he's like, why do I have to carry that? Like, that's, I know that's my world, doesn't mean I have to accept it.
Yeah, and he's so impactful with his, not only his music, but the interviews we've done and his speech. Like, he's just, he's very articulate. And like you could feel it, like he's not putting on a fake persona or being this fake artist. You hear a lot of like, let's say like a Disney star makes it up, and there's just all this fake persona in real life. They're just like whores or or something. Like, Tupac was literally like who he said he was. Yeah. And I have Thug Life tatted on my stomach, which now we know is an acronym. I actually did not know that until somebody pointed that out in a comment before. But I might have that tatted on my stomach. I may have to walk around with the gun. I may have to do that, but it's because I have to. This is the life I live. But also, like, I can admit in songs that I cry. Like, we just Dope Fiend Signer, where he talks about wiping the tears from his eyes. I can do song about women empowerment. I can do song about trying to make the men better at the same time, And he's just like, he means what he says, and it's not a fake front to get hit records. Yeah. Because even this back then was like really rare, because a lot of it was like gangster rap or stuff like that back in the day as well, that were making the charts, like NWA, like Fuck the Police, and stuff like that. Or that was before his time, but like, but this is like, was different. It was just like,
that's what I'm saying. He's trying to step out of the stereotype, and you just gotta love someone who just has a purpose from day one, right?
Yeah, and the honesty.
Man, because then you have nothing to hide. No. And you can tell. And I think people are attracted because in life, even now, you're just always just looking at, okay, but what's the agenda? Yeah. What's the catch, like for doing that? And it's just, some people are just like, no, dude, I'm just trying to live my life,
well, you hit it on the head. I forget what reaction you did. Maybe it was the interview one where you mentioned, most people are trying to hide skeletons in their closet or whatever. Tupac just opened up his closet and let the world see. Yeah. Sure, there's skeletons in there, but there's also a lot of knowledge and wisdom in there. He just opened up. He had nothing to hide. Yeah. And didn't feel like he had to hide anything. Yeah, because he's been through it all, right? Yeah. So, what else did... Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I just love
I just love. I just appreciate when an artist or a human being takes on like such a big purpose, you know, because how many times do we say, and I'll wrap up my thoughts, but like, what's the point of even trying? What's one person going to make a difference?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And it's so funny because
so
he's
true.
just one person, and yet here we are, like 20 years later, still being impacted by his music.
30
and,
years later.
I'm saying like
crazy how that's...
Yeah. And it's crazy. I don't know. So it goes to show that one person really can make a difference.
Yep.
You just got to believe yourself and hard enough. I love that.
Yeah.
So I hope that inspired or sparked something in you, because it did in me, and I'm curious to see where the adventure keeps going. I'm falling in love with his soul so much.
We're gonna have a lot of fun because there's a lot of music, a lot of different styles. We're gonna be bouncing around from the funner tracks and all that kind of stuff. But for now, that was Tupac. Keep your head up. The guys who are watching us on Patreon now, early access, you guys rock. Thank you so much for signing up for Patreon. The support means the world to us. For those of you who are just watching on YouTube way after this releases, thank you guys as well, man. You guys help us
get on the Patreon.
4,000 subscribers. Maybe if this actually hits by the time it hits YouTube, it might be even at 5,000. Who knows? But if you guys want to support Patreon, go for it. If you guys can, I get a lot of people always have fucking subscriptions left and right, and it can only be as little as $2. But for some people like us ourselves, $2 goes a long way. So if you need to keep that $2 giver and
learning how to
watch
take
on
that
YouTube.
15 cents and turn it to $1, right?
But we appreciate all your guys' support. I will let you go. I was Casey, KingCanada.
I'm Laura the Rookie, and thank you for continuing this journey with us. I hopefully we're not disappointing you. I know I'm being blown away each song, so thank you for tuning in yet another one. And whenever you see this, I hope you have a great week, a great weekend, and I don't know, I hope something good comes to you if you see this. I hope a little blessing comes to you out of the blue, that you just kind of take a step back to appreciate the love and the light. With that being said, I will zip my lip and say goodbye. So, toodaloos, bye, and see you next time. Bye!
So breaking all the beats, independent, filling all the seats, independent, summon all the heat, independent, BTB, we are tremendous, team on the rise, insurrection, game will deny the insurrection, crew has arrived, insurrection, Casey's time, an insurrection, breaking all the beats.